What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well. So I'm trying something with the Starlink here. Now, right off the bat, I'm not a guru. I don't know, I'm not an expert at any of this. I don't even know what I'm doing, dude. I'm just trying to work with what I've got. And I have a setup right here, kind of going. And I'm trying to see how I could run this Starlink off grid for as long as possible, potentially. Now, granted, we've got a lot of sunshine today. It's the spring is coming up. Summer's going to be here. This is going to be easier this time of year and going forward than it would be in the winter. But this is just working with the stuff that I have, which I'll show you in a minute, to try to keep the Starlink going as long as possible, like maybe off grid. I don't know. This is the first, this phase one of me trying to figure this out. So I'm going to walk you guys through. I guess I'll show you what I've got so far, the setup. It's kind of what I'm working with right here. I've got this old 60-watt solar panel array thingy. It folds out and it kind of carries, kind of like a suitcase or whatever. So that's kind of cool. And I have that hooked up. What's up, Nova? Nova, say hey. So I got that hooked up to these power station things that I have. These are old generic Chinese power station things I bought probably 6 years ago, but they're still kicking, and they're not the best. And we'll see that some of the features leave something to be desired, but I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I can make it more visible, but that 29.7 is actually coming in from the solar panels. I could probably make it better than that by adjusting the solar panels. You can see there's 7.7, 7.5-ish going out. That is going out this black cable here to here. And this is the setup on the Starlink. So what I've got set up here is a Peakdo battery. This is a Veritas Vans mount. It's kind of cool. You can see, I don't know if you can or not, might have to do some fancy. Okay, yeah, so it's at 92%, so it's already using up a lot of its power. So this right here, and this is active, but this right here is currently not enough to keep that going because it is using, let's see, it's using 18, 21 watts, 19 watts. And if you guys can actually see that. But anyway, so it's using a little bit more than it's actually getting in. So that's going to slow it down a little bit. But I have another method. Now, this is where my equipment sucks, right? I tried the USB-C. It has a USB-C attachment here. That does not work. I can get, and I'll show this in just a minute. I can actually use, this is another one, but this is not hooked up to the solar panel for a reason. This will pass through charge USB-C or the USB adapters, but it will not pass through charge with the AC adapter, which is what I have hooked up right here, right? And I turn that on probably for overheating purposes, right? But whatever, that's just the limitations of the box that I have. Probably a lot better if I got a better power station. But we could switch this on. And I'll do that off camera and I'll show you guys how I might be able to get, using these two batteries, maybe I can make it work still. I've changed the setup a little bit now to a different way of doing it. Since I have the two batteries, and I actually have 3 of these, like I said, back in the day, I bought a bunch of them, and they're still kicking. Look, actually, so this one's getting charged by the solar panel. Look, 43, 44 watts. So that's charging up pretty quick. And what am I using over here? This is actually, let me see if I get a shade here so you can actually see this. It's kind of hard to see, but that's 32 watts going into the Peakdo. All right, and you probably can't see this. Let me see if I can shade this up. I can get this in the shade real quick. Just messed up my connection probably, but that's okay. There we go. So you can see that's 24 watts in the top there. We're at 92%. Turn it back on. We're actually using less than that. So this setup will keep up with this power demand. And from this battery, while this battery charges at, I mean, it's still pulling in 44 watts. Now we're at the peak of the day. You know, we're at the peak of the day here. So, but that's pretty good. And we have a decent internet connection here. I can arrange this a little bit differently to get a better look at things. But, you know, I don't know. It's a step, right? It's the first step. I can actually put this like, I can use this to like shade if I had to put those out in the sun or whatever. But it's a step in the right direction, I feel like. What do you guys think? That's like phase one of me trying to, you know, attempt to use what I have on hand to be off grid with my internet. Like I said, if I had better power stations, that'd probably help a lot. Obviously, it's a sunny day. I know. It's unrealistic to think that I could get 44 watts with this solar panel setup like every day, you know, of the year. I understand that. But since it was sunny out, I was like, let's see what the potential is. And so with the two batteries, using the AC adapter, which is not very efficient, I get it. I actually just need a better solar power station that can be charged with the solar, that can just run the USB-C straight through while it's charging. And I think that would help a lot. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do to get my setups like better, but this is a start. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any comments, if you have any suggestions on how I can make this better, or what might work a little bit better than what I'm doing. You know, like I said, I know I don't really even know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just working with what I got to try to expand our capabilities. And so I thought it'd be kind of fun to show you where I'm at with that little experiment that I set up today. So if you got anything out of the video or you have anything to add, let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.